Uh-oh. Is it live again? It is. Okay, let's do Marco Polo again, but give me a second. I need to archive the last one. Okay. I'm gonna say Marco and you guys say Polo, okay? Marco. Marco and you guys say Polo, okay? Okay, it's actually not that bad. Okay. My model is broken. No, it's not. My model, I'm just facing my right monitor, so it's there. Look, if I'm facing the main monitor, it's fine. It's just like live stream chat is on the my right monitor, and so whenever I'm looking on the right monitor, it's not it's like broken. Well, not broken, but just it's not looking. I clean my glasses before we start. Well, we're gonna do the Q&A on the Discord, but I just wanted the latency to be lower because I don't want to be like 15 minutes ahead. 15-minute stream delay? Then what? Then what? Gotta clean up my glasses. I gotta update the link on the Discord announcement. And I'm getting a lot of pings right now. Kona, your model looks like a puppet. Okay, that's my bad, bro. Can you say something while your model is moving so it can be watch bait? Okay. Well, my mouth does not seem to be working. There we go. LCTD is delayed until 2029. No, Ensign, I didn't mean to end the stream early. What happened was the you can't adjust the stream delay, like the latency. You can't adjust the latency unless the stream is ended. Like you can only do it before stream, and so I was unable to adjust the stream delay. So I had to start a new one. I didn't mean to start it. I don't know why it started early, but that's fine. It's 56. Okay, we have a few minutes. 25 people already. I haven't even pinged yet. CTE is dropping today. I don't know who this Mousely person is, but I think they're lying. They're lying to you. I'm gonna preface this too before we start. The first trailer is the most underwhelming of the three, so don't leave after the first one is mid. Wow, the viewers just dropped to 21. It's over. I'm already losing viewership. Hasn't even started. Kona, can you play Cookie Clicker instead? Yes, I can. Is that just on browser? Cookie Clicker. Is this it? Okay. Hold on. English. Hey, I have to buy upgrades, don't I? Auto clicks once every 10 seconds. That's kind of useless, but all right. How do I increase my cookies per click? That's the one. Okay. And oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. It's by the grandma. Is this upgrade? Oh, that makes it up to 4. We need 500 cookies for that, though. I got it. Want to learn how to click a cookie? Okay, dude, relax. I'm getting tomatoes in the chat, too. Yeah, okay, relax. Okay, let me ping in the Discord. We'll get started here. Hope this is the right link. Yeah. Also need to close out of Discord here. One moment. I just need to close out of everything so that I don't get because I don't want a Steam notification to pop up. Okay, there we go. I'll wait for people to start rolling in. I assume the viewership will be a little lower than usual because it is the World Cup semifinals today, right? So, okay. Oh my bad, I'm watching. There you go, Hashi. I need a mod Pan as well, but I don't see Pan in the chat. I don't know if Pan is here, but mods, you can time people out. They're doing crazy stuff. Okay, 92 people. Okay, I should probably get started before I lose viewership. Anyways, welcome everyone. This is our second development, transparency, and progress live stream. The last one we did was back in April. We've been working on a lot of stuff for the past 3 months, and I'm really excited to show off what we've been working on. Get started here. So we want to show off our first custom identity. This trailer is the least edited of the 3, so please keep that in mind. But let me pull it up now. Okay. I'll mute the music as well. Oops. Go. Okay, ready? Okay, let's go.
림버스 컴퍼니. 그럼 지금부터 상호 입회하에 계약 검토를 진행하겠다. 헛짓거리나 하지 말자고 우리. 침묵 또한 계약 검토를 불성실하게 참여하는 것으로 간주한다. 뭐라도 말해. 집행 중 제3자의 끼어들기도 금지야. 조심하랬지?
직접 알게 함이라.
방해꾼 하나가 사라졌군. 일단 시작한 집행 방해에 대한 처벌은 내가 아니더라도 반드시 외우피에서 완수한다. 기대하라고.
일은 안 하냐고? 나는 현장에 적성에 맞거든. 다른 녀석들이 잘해주니까 괜찮을 거야. 고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나. 전가요? 맞는 거야. 지불할 능력도 의사도 없다면 얼마 안 걸릴 거야. 무지 외에 암흑은 없나니. 아, 그 뒤가 뭐더라?
Okay. Let me put the music back on. So Irina, I see a lot of confusion in the chat. Irina is a general reception star of the city from Library Runa. I chose her for the founder skin because Mirai Life Insurance and the UFI Association both have to deal with like contracts and whatnot. I thought like thematically they kind of had the same thing going on. So the next, I'm sure you guys will like the next founder skin more, which will show off in August. But this one is a little underwhelming to understand. But it is dual running with Jan right now. I'll bring this one back up. I do want to highlight though. The artwork and the custom icons here were drawn by Drew. Drew's very talented. He's been drawing with us for a long time now. And I mean, these look just as official as the regular skill icons that are in Limbus. These look amazing, and I just wanted to highlight that. Let's get into the roster update now. I showed off the roster last stream as well. This is what it looked like last time. We had 46 units, and these are all the ones that have been revealed up until the Index Faust sneak. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, as we have developed the game, the roster just kept growing, mostly because we needed more slots to be filled within specific factions. And so now this is what the roster looks like. We have 60 units now for not exactly release, but for the first phase of release. And as you can see here, the UFI Association are right here. The custom ID has also been removed from Don Quixote. And in return, we have added 2 more identities for her because we got rid of her custom identity. Her custom identity originally was going to be Siegfried from Kanto 3, but I thought that Siegfried was far too strong for release. And I mean, he's a contracted grade 1 fixer, presumably. And not only that, Siegfried is also mentioned in Middle Apprentice Ishmael's dialogue as one of the quote-unquote strongest fixers in the city. And so I figured after that, maybe we shouldn't do Siegfried Dawn, so that will be pushed back further. Let me click that. And so I want to talk about custom story content now. We talked about this a bit last stream as well, but as briefly mentioned, we are looking to add custom story content within LCTD. These would take place in between dead months of major cantos. I know that in Limbus Company, Canto 5 has a lot of dead months in between 5 and 6. I believe canonically there's like 2-3 months where there's out in the ocean, and like that's just like a lot of time that we could put in lore events that could happen. And again, one of the main reasons for this would be to pad more time during each season so that we don't catch up to Limbus Company too fast. Because at the rate that we would be updating at, I feel like we'd catch up to season 9 or season 10, or not season 9, Canto 9, Canto 10 very, very fast. And as much as I want to add things like House of Spiders Ryoshu, it is important that we are, you know, adding extra content, as I'll mention here, for these lower tiers. I mean, Limbus Company jumped straight to Urban Plague, right? And we had Dawn Office just now, which is nice. I thought we would get something like Urban Nightmare level, but you know, things like Brotherhood of Iron or Kane Office, stuff like that, isn't going to be identities in Limbus Company, or at least I don't think so anytime soon. We can really spend that extra time that we have with these extensions to add those lower tier and also abnormalities as well, like Zayn tier abnormalities as proper identities. This is the first intervalo that we're going to be working on. Everything that is custom within LCTD will have the B next to it. So Intervalo 1B, this is a working title, might change. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it in German, but it's the Coronation of the Vermin King. A little bit of a story summary here. Immediately following the resolution of the Yubong's kitchen distortion phenomena, the LCB are contracted by K-Corp to eliminate a newly designated distortion. The target is believed to reside in a rundown apartment complex in the K-Corp backstreets, and while the details are unclear, the Hana Association has recently classified the incident as an urban plague level threat. Local residents refer to the phenomena as the Beast. Oh, that's it for that. But yeah, this is going to be our first custom intervalo. This should release within season 1. It won't be on release, but we'll release it during the first season. I will now define the update cycle. And so the content hierarchy and content breakdown of how we kind of define our updates and phases of content. All the numbers that are going to be on here are just examples, not confirmed numbers, but season 1 orientation. When we release, we're going to have 50 standard banner units, which I'll get into more later, and 4 seasonal, maybe, just example numbers. And after release, we'll enter phase 1. Phase 1 is going to be the period of time in between release and update 1. And during phase 1, we're going to have 2 banners, maybe 2 or 3 banners. And then we have update 1. And then after update 1, you're going to have phase 2, which is again, just 2 banners, or maybe 3, 4, doesn't matter. Just numbers for now. And then after those banners are over for phase 2, we're going to have the first Walpurgis Knot. And then after Walpurgis Knot, again, phase 3, 2 banners, 2, 3 banners. And then update 3 would be the custom intervalo. And then after that will be phase 4, which will lead us to season 2. And so I only wanted to define a green pen. Okay, sorry. I wanted to define these as phases only because I feel like the addition of, 2 identities or 1 identity and an ego is not enough content to, really put as a, full-on update. I know that a lot of tower defenses do like the 0.5 updates or whatever, like the 0.75. I see that sometimes too. I think that's kind of ridiculous. We're not adding enough content for it to be defined as an update. So I just want to refer to that period in between major updates as a phase, just so that that terminology is a little more consistent. I'm losing engagement. You're right. Okay. Here's the big one. Here's the big one. This is another cutscene. This is probably going to be the craziest thing you're going to see. I'm going to replay it like 5 times. It was animated by Big Rubber Bands. And then the VFX and the map were made by Genomios. So let me pull that up now. I'll mute the music. Let me pause that. Okay.
근데 이 녀석 그리고 저만 남았네요.
뱀에게 전해라. 거짓 사자. 이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
Coda, what's that one's gender? Lion. Lion is a girl, dude. Come on. I never got that wrong. Lion's gender is female, dude. So some things I want to highlight here. Let's see here. The this part's crazy. Hold on. He hits the bars off the screen. You see this? You see? Am I seeing this? We also have impact frames too. You might have noticed it was pretty obvious with Yi Sang's here.
근데
Oh, I skipped that.
이 녀석
Use the spacebar. Right here. Got impact frames here. This is exported in 60 FPS. I can't tell the difference between 60 FPS and 30 FPS, but the devs told me that the 60 FPS one is a lot better, so I hope that it worked well. I'll play it again from the start because I see there's a lot of new people coming in here, so we'll play one more time.
근데 이 녀석
그리고 저만 남았네요.
뱀에게 전해라. 거짓 사자. 이건 막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
Wait, do I need to play it again? I'm kidding. Anyways, that's made by Big Rubber Bands and Genomios. These two have been carrying the development so far. You know, you'll see more with the last trailer, and you'll also see it with when I do the showcase here in a minute. But they've just been working so much on the game. Big shout out to both of them there. Let me put the music back on. I'll switch back to this one here. Okay, my avatar keeps bugging out. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix it. I don't know what it is. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. This is some nerd stuff. So you know what we're gonna do? We'll get to this later. Let me hold on. I've noticed how many people we lost during the update explanation. So I'll just skip over this because it is a lot of nerd stuff. Okay, let me bring this back. We'll go back to it at the end. So I want to get into the showcase of the game now. So let's just go over some of the things that have happened or changed since April. And so currently we have a lot of assets done for a lot of things. I kind of went over this last stream as well. We have 43 of the 60 IDs modeled and animated, and 37 of the 60 are fully implemented in game. We only have one of the egos done, which is the one that we showed off last stream, and none of them are implemented yet. We haven't implemented egos yet, but that is the next thing on our checklist. Actually, we're gonna do extractions and summoning first, but then after that, it'll probably be the egos. For enemies, we have 23 of the 48 enemies modeled, and 7 of them are implemented. For the maps, we have 5 of them done. We're probably gonna go back and revamp the back streets in the Branch D02 map, so that it's stylistically similar to the Selva Oscura and the Smoke War maps. For the Abnos, we have 6 of the 12 of them modeled and animated, which are the following. And then we have none of them implemented yet, but we are going to be working on implementing all of Canto 1. So since April, we've added, quite a bit. And so just kind of going over how much progress we've made in the past 3 months. Again, my intention with this game is to be as transparent as possible. And I want to make sure that everybody kind of knows where we're at with everything. And like I mentioned, we haven't started implementing egos yet, and the base egos are going to be in first, but I don't know if we're going to have all 12 done for closed testing 1. I do want to do closed testing when we are done with Canto 1, just so that people can get a feel for the game, I can get some feedback and whatnot, but at this point in time, I still don't know when that'll be, but the current trajectory suggests that it is pretty soon. We need to put everything together because we have the assets made. We just need to put it together. Oh, that's too far. So let me open up the game now and I can show off what we have so far. I didn't have it open on Roblox. Yeah, music as well. Okay. I'm LARPing. I'm some lament. Let me put the music back. Is the music muted? Yeah, it is. Anyways, here's the game so far. So I have a default thing here. This is just all the units that we've kind of shown off already. And before you start, you can click the wave preview here. And the wave preview will show you what enemies are spawning in the next wave. And so there's going to be level 18 number nuts, 2 of them, and then a sharp hooligan. And the sharp hooligan is a clashable enemy, and so he does have skills. It's a clunky stab here. And so let's see here. We'll use LCV Ryoshu for now. I'll put her further up actually. And the cool thing about this is that you can win rate, but win rate does choose skill 3s, skill 2s, etc. And since I haven't placed Ufi, Rodion, and Heathcliff yet, I do want to keep the skill 3s. And so I will manually select and skip those. I use skill 2 for Ryoshu though, because I haven't replaced. We do have, so all the skills are here. We also do have like passives implemented as well. I have the passive and resource HUD disabled. Let me turn those on, sorry. Here. And so let's start the wave. That was a little lag. And once the wave is ongoing, you are able to click wave info to see what's currently in. These two have, or one of them just died, but initial clash, won the clash, gain my sanity. Boom. And Mr. Hooligan should die here. Okay. And now I've gained 1 replacement here. And so when you get the 1 replacement, you're able to move her for free. And so let's say that an enemy is over here, because when enemies leave the range, this is the first corner. We have it set to first corner right now, but we might adjust it based on how fast the game takes. But once all the enemies have passed this first corner, it goes to the next wave and everyone is frozen in time. And so I'll move Ryoshu over here. Well, it's going to take a while, so I guess I'll keep her here. And just do skill 3. And don't send me messages while I'm streaming. And she should clash the sharp hooligan now. Boom. We are going to change the stagger. I do think it is. This take a while. Let's go over here. I'll place down, or I can't place down another unit yet. 2 sharp hooligans. So the attacking priority, there is one called initial hit. This one here. And basically what the initial hit means is that initial hit defines the first time that an enemy is clashable. And so even if there's 3 enemies and there's 1 in front here, there will be 2 behind that have clashable skills. It will target the clashable enemy instead of the enemy in front. So let's, well, I only have skill 1s this time. We'll go again. Alright, so we'll probably be able to see it with these guys, but they are getting pretty far here. And since I have it on initial hit, she's going to clash these guys. So these guys are going to make it through. Now, I should be able to showcase some of the mechanics better once the wave ends, but... Oh, they're making it really far. Please don't stagger again. Oops. Don't stagger here. Okay, you made it around the corner. There we go, next wave. Okay, so these guys made it pretty fucking far. So what you can do now is, like I showed earlier with the replacements, you can move Ryoshu over here where the enemies are, and then let's put down another unit. We'll do Blade Lineage Merceau here. And he does have skill 3. I could show to claim their bones. I will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn in an enemy that is a lot higher level than him. We'll do Hooligan, Sharp, on level 50. Surely level 50 will outclash him, right? Hopefully. Let's do skill 3 with him now. Gonna win the clash against that. Please win the clash. Lose the clash. He should kill the other 2. Oh, that guy's gonna... Oh, he's gonna make it to the end. Okay, I lost the clash. And then he'll use to claim their bones now. So we do have clash end, clash lose conditionals as well. So if you look at the yield my flesh here, it says here that after the skill, clash lose after the skill used to claim their bones, which you can see below right here. I'm gonna cheat. And I'll show off Index Faust next as well, which is pretty cool. So Index Faust has the prescript mechanic, which you'll see once I start the wave. But let me put this here. So she has the prescript now. So if we go in statuses here, it says to use a skill marked with mark of the prescript or hit a target with the prescript's target. And so the prescript's target currently is this guy all the way back here. And so I have fulfilled the conditional for this wave, which is to use a skill marked by the prescript. So once this is ended, I'll let him clash for a bit. This guy got a lot of HP. There we go. And then the wave ended. So once the wave ends, any remaining skills, like you just saw, will get turned into unopposed attacks. And so you are encouraged to clash every skill before the wave ends, because otherwise your Cinders are going to get hit. I think Kim is pretty low HP right now. Yeah, Kim has 35 HP left. I'll hide the player. Yeah, Kim has 35 HP left. And so you are encouraged to clash every skill during the wave, otherwise you are going to lose out on that. But do we have to use charge IDs and cannot use the same center? Optional, but you can't use the same center. You can only have one tower of one center at any point in time. Anyways, I will get the game. Here, I'll just spawn in the boss here a little early. Do a little 20. Yep. And so this guy here, he has, scroll down, he has a passive where, oh, clicked on the wrong one. He summons 2 sharp hooligans, 1 in front and 1 behind. So if I would just win right here, I'll also say slash cost, so I'll place down a bunch more towers. Just win rate. He will spawn in the sharp hooligans, and I'll kind of just let this play out. I am pretty bad at my own game. That is true. There we go. And everyone is dead. But that is kind of what the end game is going to look like. We haven't really balanced the game yet, and so the damage is overtuned. It is my intention to have the damage and the HP of the enemies kind of be equal to each other. We also have the equal damage or equal level formula as well. So the closer the ID and the enemy is in level, the lower your damage is going to be. And proportionally higher it's going to be based on how much higher your level is. And so like if I were to spawn a level 1 enemy here, he's going to get melted in a matter of seconds. Anyways, I will close out of this. Actually, let me show one more cool mechanic, which was it was in the trailer with the Oofies here. So her passive here, contract enforcement. She gets well, this is her status effect, which you get from her combat passive, which you need 5 pride, which we have now. You apply law and order to the highest absolute resonance divided by 2 other allies in range. Oofy Association units within range are given law and order regardless of resonance. And so Heathcliff will get the status effect. And let's just move these guys here. And then she has the other passive here, contract enforcement. When other allies with law and order are hit, use the assist attack. Breach of contract on the attacker as an unopposed attack, twice per wave. And so that one is a skill 1-2 here. It is an unclashable exclusive assist attack, which has it deals no damage, and it inflicts terms and consequences. Which terms and consequences is, as you can see here, you take 10% more damage from Oofy Association units. When Tremor Burst is triggered, you gain 1 fragile, and then when hit by Oofy Association units skill 3, you gain 1 tremor. And so I will set Heathcliff. Heathcliff is level 15, okay. I think a level 50 enemy should probably outclash him again. So he should attack first. I don't want Rodion to take the clash, so we're back. Clash Heathcliff. Okay, he lost the clash and he got hit. He has, there we go. And then she used the assist attack. It was a little hard to see. Let me do it again. Oh, Ryoshi's dead. Holy, I'm bad at my own game. Okay, let me do that. Oh, it's the boss wave. Uh-oh. I've stalled for too long. Yeah. Let's hope. This goes again. She's on first. Okay. I think she's gonna steal. She won't. It's okay. Okay, lost the clash. And then she should use her assist attack here. Or not. That wasn't supposed to happen. You didn't see that. That was not supposed to happen. Okay, never mind. Sorry, that's botched. Close out of that. Okay. You were supposed to see that. I'll probably post in sub announcements with a proper clip of the mechanic working. I worked the first time. I think it's because Rodion went below her stagger threshold. Anyways, positions. So we are hiring again. Let me go through here. So we are currently looking for individuals who are well versed in the story and lore of Limbus Company to apply and join our writing team. And so these applications will be posted tomorrow. And this will be an unpaid position for now. And I'm mainly looking for people who are very passionate and respect the narrative and story of Project Moon. I mentioned this during the last live stream as well, but it is my intention not to trample on the existing narrative. And I only wish to explore ideas that are already presented within Limbus Company that are a little more brief. For example, like the Wayfarer Company or the Lord of the Flies, which a lot of that was in the new Walpurgis Knot. I just want to add on to the existing narrative of Limbus Company, and I don't want it to be, you know, too fan fiction like. I don't really want to have too many OCs either. Unfortunately, the antagonists are gonna have to be OCs because, I mean, you can't just have an enemy show up again, right? Like, I mean, you could probably have like Ricardo show up or something, but again, this position comes with Tester. But you will not be expected to perform the duties of one. So that is kind of just a bonus for people who are writing, especially because you're going to need to test the story that you've written. And so I will post these in announcements tomorrow. And we were looking for other positions, but we actually got a few new devs in between the time I made the slideshow and the live stream. So I got rid of the rest of the positions. So it should be position, not positions plural, but regardless. Must have been the win. So here's my developers. Here's me glazing my developers again. So we got Fancy Pan. He's been with us since December. It's been 7 months now. And he does the identities, the enemies, and the emotes. Huge shout out to Pan. He's been here for a long time. Genomios was a commissioned dev since around February. But he is now a developer, and he does the modeling, the VFX, the builder. He did the cutscene VFX, and he will be also doing some of the logistic programming for summoning when we get to that, the extractions. I added this picture because he does do a lot. And then Matcha, huge shout out to Matcha. Matcha's been working with us since March, and Matcha has really just put everything together, and the scope of the project has grown massively. Since Matcha joined us, you know, we were able to implement clashing again. We were able to really recreate Limbus in the tower defense format, and that is really largely due to Matcha's help. And so, huge shout out to Matcha. Pretty much official co-owner at this point. You know, big shout out to them. And then of course we got Big Rubba Bands. You know, he's the cutscene animator. He does some of the founder skins, and he also animates all of the custom rigs, which actually I will pull up right now. You guys might have seen this.
What? No? Not by you? I ain't say that. No, you don't?
Or, sorry, this is a more actual animation, but he does animate all of our custom rigs. And so he will be doing the rest of the Canto 1 abnormalities now. We have the Ebony Stem, or Ebony Queen Apple, the False Apple, and the Golden Apple. And then the Doomsday Calendar is already animated, which I did already show off on the TikTok. But yeah, huge shout out to Big Rubba. He's also going to be doing all the egos when we get to those. Huge shout out to him. We also have Joker and Tay. Tay joined us this morning or last night. And Joker has been doing the UI that I don't want to do since around March, April. Tay did also do VFX, which will be shown in the next trailer here in a minute. And he also does do all the status effect VFX. And so things like the clashing VFX and the stagger VFX, Tay did as well. The prescript as well, Tay did that. Longtime contributors, we have Drew, of course, already mentioned Drew. Drew does all of the custom skins and custom ID uptie arts. He also does the ID custom skin and ID icon artist, or the icon, sorry, for the skills. Chava Fei is our commissioned abnormality modeler. He did make both of the ones that I just showed, the false apple and the golden apple. And then Call Me Mars or VG did all of the hairs and faces for all of our models so far. Here are our current contributors. We have Killer Claw, who has been drawing all of the custom status effects, like the one that I showed you with Ufi Rojion. Repe has been doing the enemies and weapon models, and 3 Pixans has also been doing some of the VFX. Both of these guys are currently on vacation though, so you guys haven't really seen any of the things that they've made yet, but they will be showcased soon. Past contributors, we have Lime, which some of you in the Discord might have noticed is no longer a dev. He was paid for his work, and he's not like fired or anything. Just as we move forward with the game workflow and whatnot, it was just better to pay him off for the models that we're still using, just to allocate more percent around. So don't make fun of him or whatever. Just putting that out there. And then Tiansha, it'll be shown in the next trailer here in a minute. Tiansha did the animations for some of the IDs. Ukairu made the first 2 maps, the the D-Corp Backstreets LCE Lab and the Branch D02 map, which were also showcased on the TikTok. And then Flowers is currently grounded, so he is currently a former clothing and former weapon modeler. He did start working on something again recently, but he is grounded for the time being, so he's not a full-time developer. Let's get into trailer number 3 now. I lost a lot of viewers, so let me pull that up. I'm sorry for yapping. I know it's a lot of slop. You just want to see hype moments and aura. Okay, that one took me a while to edit. The first trailer that I've probably put more than about an hour into editing. So just to look into what some of the future trailers might look like. And so with that said, let's get to the roster update again. Or let me put the music back on. So there was one ID that I couldn't fit into the trailer because of length, and that's Liu Gregor, but he was already announced, so not really a new addition, but this is what the roster looks like now with all the new Liu and G Corp enemies. For custom identities, there's only 3 left that we haven't shown off yet, which is 1 for Gregor and 2 for Honglu. And if you're active in the Discord, you know that one of these is going to be the middle Lu that, Mr. Honk 314 has been spamming in the chat since the stream started. I'm sorry to disappoint. Middle Lu wasn't here. Middle Lu wasn't here this time. Sorry to disappoint, but I'll be sure to include him in the next live stream. Middle Lu next stream, dude. Middle Lu next stream. But yeah, this is what the roster looks like now. There is a lot of blanks here, but don't expect too much because a lot of them are just double O's that we haven't just shown off yet. And so like for Faust, one of these is Yuri Faust, right? Like Lobotomy Remnant Faust. And so they aren't probably not anything too crazy besides the custom identities. We did add a few other double O or triple O's that are pretty cool though, I think. And like I said earlier, we do plan on revamping some of the dated models and maps. And so you can expect to see Kanto 1 revamped as well. And also the older factions. I think W Corp for sure needs to be updated. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I will be posting more on the TikTok again, given that I have kind of been slacking on that because we were trying to get things done for stream. But yeah, that's kind of it for all of the trailers and important stuff. So if you were only here for Hype Moments in Aura, you can leave now if you'd like, or you can stay for the nerd talk here. I'm going to go back to the extraction logistics now, just to kind of let you guys know what's going on. So give me a sec. Oh, right. One more thing, actually. One more thing before people leaves. There's going to be a question stage in the Discord for anyone who wants to come ask questions. I will be streaming the game as well. And so if you have any specific questions about gameplay, I can show it off on the stage and answer very specific questions. So I will probably not ping for that. I'll probably ping server news for that. So stay tuned for that as well. So let me go back to the nerd talk now. Oh yeah, so extraction logistics. I skipped this part earlier, right? So just going back to it. So we have, as pulled into Discord about 2 months ago now, we have finalized the extraction logistics. First and foremost, we have separated extractions into the standard extraction and the target extraction. And secondly, the amount of lunacy that you can gain per week and daily will be limited. This is in attempts to address any form of macroing or automation that may be possible. I do believe that the game is relatively macro proof due to all of the RNG elements of clashing, but like lower level and lower tier stages will probably be macroable, and so it is. I don't want to make lunacy infinite, right? So standard extractions. This icon was drawn by Killer Claw as well. And target extractions. So let's start with standard extractions. The standard extractions use a unique currency known as the standard extraction tickets, or the set, I'll refer to from now on. And one extraction costs 1 set. Sets can be gained through story progress, player level milestones, uptime units, and various other gameplay milestones. They will also be farmable through like a Luxcavation stage, maybe. I don't know yet, so I haven't added it on the stage, but the intention is to allow them to be infinitely farmable. And regarding the target extractions will use lunacy or extraction tickets, and one extraction will cost 130 lunacy or one extraction. Players will be offered a 90% discount once per day to pull for 13 free lunacy. This is different from Limbus Company, which requires paid lunacy. And so that's kind of the major change. On the TikTok, very early on, I mentioned that the daily pull will be 10 extractions for 130 paid lunacy. but we changed that to 1 free lunacy instead, because that is pretty pay to win, and with 10 pulls per 130 lunacy, the first pity only costs 74 pulls to get to 200, so kind of OP. And lunacy is gained through story progress, daily/weekly bonuses, and other replenishable / timed content. And the intention is that it is a lot less farmable, and you need to be a lot more like an actual Limbus company. You need to be a lot more selective with what you're pulling. So a little bit more continuing on these. So standard extraction duplicate pulls will not grant any ego shards of respective sinners. This is due to the infinitely farmable nature of standard extraction tickets. The standard extraction banner exists and is also permanent and separate from the target extractions to help address the difficulty in team building early game. I know that when I started playing Limbus Company, I wasn't able to build teams at all because I would pull on banner, standard banner, or whatever. I think when I started playing was Kurokuma Ishmael, and I would just mix and match a bunch of random IDs, and I didn't have a proper keyword team until I unlocked Mirror Dungeon and I was able to shard the Blood Fiends. And so the standard banner is really just there so that you're able to get 50 characters on release, right? Those 50 characters in the standard banner are going to totally be on the extraction, or not exclusive to, but they're going to be on the standard extraction banner permanently for you to get at your own pace. So there is a lot of content on release. And again, the intention is so that, like I said already, is to function as an easy way for players to be able to obtain several identities for each keyword and or faction. So like most factions right now currently have 5 members. So W Corp, Hard Corp doesn't, 7 doesn't, but W Corp, Blade Lineage, Kurokumo, and Liu Association all have 5 members. And so the standard extraction ticket is just so that you're able to make those teams early on, and then as you get target extraction units like the one who shall grip Sinclair or something, or grip Faust, probably you can start replacing those identities within your already existing teams and just kind of keep moving around. And so, like I said earlier, we intend on including 50 of the 60 Phase 1 identities within the standard extraction banner, and the other 10 will be rotated on the limited quote-unquote extractions. So if we go back to target extractions, target extraction duplicates pulls will grant ego shards based on the rarity / tier of the pulled identity. The target extraction identities will be available in the dispense feature a week after their banner has started. So just like Limbus Company, even if you don't pull, you're not locked out of that identity because you can shard them. Ego shard crates will be infinitely farmable through Mirror Dungeon, just like Limbus Company. I do want to make more ways to get Battle Pass levels than just Mirror Dungeon, because I think Mirror Dungeon is very boring, and I don't want Limbus Company Tower Defense to become a Mirror Dungeon farm, right? Like, it's like I can see myself totally doing Mirror Dungeon in LCTD and in Limbus Company at the same time, right? I don't want that to kind of be the end game, so to say. So there will be more game modes and other sources of getting Battle Pass levels. Seasonal target extraction identities will not be available in the dispense after the season has concluded until the subsequent season has ended. So similar to Limbus Company, basically the wording is a little complicated. I probably could have dumbed it down, but season 1 identities cannot be sharded in season 2. You have to wait until season 3. I'm just reiterating what the mechanic already is in Limbus Company, just to preface that it is functionally the same as Limbus Company. And while the daily and weekly lunacy income is limited, players will be receiving them at a faster rate than in Limbus Company. I believe currently Limbus Company only gives 1,050 lunacy for free players because you get 750 from Mirror Dungeon and 300 from maintenance. And so, Kona, you're muted. Don't scare me, bro. And so that is only 1,050 lunacy per week, and that's not even a multi, right? And so I think we'll probably give 10 to 20 pulls per week. I haven't figured out the logistics yet, so don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly what the rate is going to be. We do want to, that's what the testing phases are for. We want to simulate what that release is going to feel like and look like. And so let's talk about the rates now. Standard extractions. So just a little key there. There's slashes, which are just the percentages for the 9th extraction, the 10th extraction, and the 200th extraction. So first, the 9th extractions, you'll have a 0.5% chance to get a triple O identity, which is 1 in 200. I know a 0 point looks scary, but it is 1 in 200, which is not that bad. And then on every 10th extraction, you have a 1.5% chance of getting a triple identity. And then every 200 extractions, regardless of if you got a triple O before or not, you will be guaranteed a triple O. Double O identity is 14.5% or 98.5% based on if you're doing the 10th extraction, the first and 9th. And then triple O, or the single O is just the other one. And so standard extractions will not have the ideality system. This is again due to the infinitely farmable nature of standard extraction tickets. However, every 200th extraction will guarantee a triple O identity. For target extractions, only the 9th and 10th since you have pity. Triple O's are 3%. This is really high. 3% is really high. And on the 10th extraction, you have a 5% chance of getting the triple identity. This is, again, really high. 22% and 95% for the double O's, and then the 75% is just the other bracket for the single O's. Target extractions will have the ideality system similar to Limbus Company, so that once you get to 200, you will be able to select any of the featured identities. When extracting a triple O from the target extraction, though, it will be a 50-50 system. If this is received poorly during testing, we will probably change it. But right now, I think it's going to be a 50-50 where, I mean, in Limbus Company too, it is 50-50, right? I feel like in Limbus you get the triple O a little, or actually I might want to look into that. I feel like in Limbus you get the triple O featured one a lot higher chance than a random one. I don't really get shafted during WALP. I don't know about you guys though. And in the 50-50, it will include seasonals and events, or ongoing seasonals and events. It'll also include previous seasonals. So like I said earlier, the season 1 identities aren't shardable in season 2, but season 2 target extractions will have season 1 identities. I think the 50-50 will probably be changed. Because thinking about it now, it is not a 50-50 in Limbus Company. So let's get the green pen. Good usage of green pen. Let's get rid of that. Probably gonna change that. Stream is buffering. Okay, Rubba, you need to stop trolling. You guys need to stop trolling. I'm gonna get scared. I'm gonna get scared. Anyways, okay. That's that. Let me see here. There. Did I miss anything? Okay, that's everything. Okay. Well, anyways, that's it for now. I'm gonna start the Q&A stage on the Discord right away. So I will ping for that right away here once I get that set up. I'm gonna end stream here, run to the bathroom, and I'll start it. So I will end the stream now. Thanks for stopping by. We did have a peak of about 160 concurrent viewers, which is pretty good. That's the same as last time when the cutscene was playing. The next stream will probably be right before closed testing, I would assume. If not, probably open testing weekend. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope the things you guys saw today was pretty cool. Everything will be reposted on YouTube in the coming days and on TikTok as well. So that's it for now. Thanks for stopping by.